Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. In today's video, I'm going to show you my updated perfume collection. So I have been on quite the perfume journey in 2021. I have become obsessed with perfumes and fragrances. I have been enjoying this journey so much, and I love that I'm sharing this journey with you guys. It's been so much fun interacting with you guys, having you guys tell me what perfumes you love. I love all your recommendations that you give me, and this has just been such an enjoyable hobby for me. I have noticed that I've been really evolving. My palette has really been growing, so to speak. I have been trying perfumes like a madwoman. My goal with my collection is to only have fragrances that I absolutely love. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. I do beauty, special effects, and perfume on this channel. If you're into that kind of content, I would love it if you would subscribe. And also to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, if you guys want to see my current perfume collection, then just keep on watching. All right, obviously you guys, I can't talk about all the notes and all these perfumes. That would just be too long. We'd be here for a literal eternity. All right, first up we have by Chanel. This is Coco Mademoiselle, and this is the intense version. This is one of my absolute favorite perfumes in my collection. I think that this is absolutely stunning. I do prefer this over the original. It's basically the same thing, but this is much deeper and darker. This has more patchouli, this has more vanilla. This made my eyes roll in the back of my head when I first smelled it, and it kind of took my breath away. I think it's fantastic for this time of year. I'm really enjoying wearing this in the winter time now that it's actually kind of cooler here in South Carolina. Although today it's supposed to be 70. I also have the original Coco Mademoiselle. I really love this one as well, but I kind of want to wear this one more in the spring and summer because it's a little more citrusy. Still has a lot of patchouli in it, but it's not as much. And by the way, both this one and the intense version are beast mode on me. This lasts for days, but this is just such a classic, definitely a staple, and we all know what Coco Mademoiselle smells like, right? We have Chanel Chance. This is the Eau Fraiche, and this is stunning. I'm not even a freshy person, and I love this. I wore this the other day because I haven't really been wearing it that much. I've been waiting for it to be like spring and summer. It got pretty warm here the other day, and so I decided to wear this. And I went to the grocery store, and the lady checking out my groceries gave me a compliment. And I've heard from other people that this is a compliment getter. If you're not into freshies, I think you should give this a try because this is the freshy perfume for people who don't like freshies. I'm not the biggest citrusy, freshy person, but this is stunning. It does have patchouli, and I think that's what kind of helps it. It kind of like grounds it out and keeps it from being too zesty. This really reminds me of spring. The color of the juice and the scent just reminds me of springtime when everything starts to like bloom and everything's green, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, up next we have by KILIAN. This is Angel's Share. I am obsessed. This is my new baby. I absolutely love it. I told you guys I got it for Christmas, and I've been obsessed ever since. I don't think there's been a day since I got this that I haven't at least gone over to the bottle and sniffed it. Let's just sniff it right now. Let's just do that. This is like crack to me, apparently. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I love this with my whole heart. This is absolutely stunning. I told you guys this could have gone either way for me. There's some aspects about this that I don't typically like, but for some reason this just works. This is apple pie, cinnamon, woody, perfection. To me, it leans more feminine, I feel like, but I've heard some people say that it leans more masculine on them. It smells like boozy apple pie. And who doesn't want to smell like boozy apple pie, right? Okay, up next we have Miss Dior. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is the 2017 version. I just love this bottle so much. I love that bow. I have not tried the 2021 version. I'm still a little bit salty that they reformulated this because this is beautiful. This is orange. It's like a sweet orange in the opening, and then there's rose, there's patchouli. This is so feminine. It's like grown woman. You're gonna smell good. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's definitely a sophisticated perfume. I get a compliment on this every single time I wear it without fail, no joke. Like, that's not an exaggeration. I have made sure to pay attention. Like, every time I put this on, it does not fail, I get a compliment. Okay, another classy grown woman scent is by Guerlain, and this is Mon Guerlain Intense. This is so good. This is one of the first perfumes I really discovered in 2021, like right in the beginning of when I really started getting into perfumes, and I was addicted to this, and I was just amazed by this perfume, you guys. This is so good. I'm still amazed by this perfume. Every single time I wear it, I'm always just like, oh my gosh, this is good. It never gets old. It has patchouli and licorice in the base, which makes it so seductive. Oh my gosh. Plus the juice, this like purpley juice is, I love that, you guys. This bottle is gorgeous. Everything about it is a 10 out of 10 for me. It is just perfection, and I really, really love this one. All right, up next we have Sofia by Sofia Vergara, and this is probably my favorite celebrity scent I have ever tried. This is extremely affordable, and yet it does not smell affordable to me. This smells expensive. This is like plum in the opening. It's got kind of like this fruity type of vibe to it, but it is, oh my gosh, you guys, it is just exquisite. It just smells so sophisticated. And so classy. Amazing performance. I've heard people describe this as like a cross between La Vie Belle and Coco Mademoiselle, and I'd have to say that's a pretty good description. I'd have to agree with that. I really do get what they're saying with that, because it's sweeter than Coco Mademoiselle, but it's not like as sweet as La Vie Belle, you know, but it's a good mix between the two. It's just beautiful, and I really enjoy this one, you guys. If you're looking for an affordable perfume that smells luxury, then I would recommend this one for you. And then we have my little tiny travel size of Kayali. This is the Eden Juicy Apple 01. I did a full dedicated review on this, so check that out if you want to know more details about it. I actually really like this one. I've seen some negative reviews on this, and you know, I think it's just kind of depending on what you were expecting from it. For me, I wasn't expecting it to be anything other than what it is. So to me, it's just like this sweet, fruity, apple, playful, girly, fun, carefree type of scent, and I actually really like it. This is something that my husband really likes, and my first impression of this, I liked it, but the more I wear it, the more I like it. So I have decided that once I run through this, I will be getting a full bottle because I just think it's fun. Okay, this one surprised me. This is by Mugler. This is Angel. This is the Eau de Toilette version. This is from 2011, and I don't know if you can even get your hands on this anymore. I know there's a 2019 EDT version. I tried the EDP and I could not stand the EDP, but this I actually really like, and my husband really likes this as well. Plus I think this bottle's kind of cute. But this is just a much more toned down version of the EDP. The patchouli's not just quite so like in your face. All right, up next I have a perfume that nobody ever talks about, and you probably have never even heard about it, I'm pretty sure. This is by Ariana Grande, and this is Cloud. I probably don't need to tell you what this smells like, but I really like this. I think this is really good. I really like the coconut and the whipped cream in here. I think that just makes it so fun and girly and flirty. It's definitely not a serious perfume. I've heard people say that this is not a great performing perfume, and I'm kind of shocked because for me, this is a fantastic performing perfume. I've never had an issue with this. This lasts all day. It's a very beautiful sillage around me, and I've literally never had a problem. This is a love for me. I really do love this perfume. All right, up next we have Jimmy Choo Illicit. This is my favorite one from Jimmy Choo. I love this perfume. This is such an easy, cozy, gourmand, everyday type of scent. For me, I really don't have to think too hard about this one. This is like a no-brainer perfume when I just want to smell sweet and good. This has ginger in the opening, so there is a tiny, tiny like spicy kick in the opening, but nothing over the top. Like I would not consider this a spicy perfume, but it has a lot of caramel in here, and that is the note that is the most prominent for me. Caramel and vanilla. I absolutely love this. I'm so glad I got it. It's super affordable. Good, moderate performing perfume. If you like sweet perfumes, I think you'd really like this. This is from the Replica line, and this is Beach Walk. This is absolutely stunning. I am so glad that I got to try this because I don't think I can live without this now. I have one of the best memories associated with this now because When I first got this, it was a nice day here in South Carolina. My husband and I, we live right by the ocean, and we decided to go for a walk on the beach. And I thought to myself, this is perfect. I'm gonna spray this. It's called Beach Walk. We're going for a walk on the beach. I mean, come on, it was meant to be. I had my feet in the water and I could smell like the salty sea air. There were seagulls. My husband and I were holding hands. It was just fantastic, and I was getting wafts of this perfume the entire time I was walking on the beach, and it was so incredible. And this is described as a sun-kissed salty skin, and honestly, you guys, I don't think I could think of a better description for this, and I will forever cherish this because that was one of the best days. My husband and I had a fantastic day together. This will be forever in my collection now. I know you guys have heard me talk about this one. This is by Serendipity 3. This is Serendipitous, and this is one of my favorite gourmands ever. This smells like a baked good. This is Tahitian vanilla, cacao, and bitter orange. It smells like orange and chocolate chip cookies baking. This is fantastic. You have to be dedicated to smelling like actual food, something baking. I mean, this actually smells like a baked good, and you literally smell edible. It's super enjoyable, very comfy, cozy winter vibes. Yeah, one of my favorite gourmands ever, and it's really affordable. Okay, I have a little decant here. This is by Mancera, and this is Roses Vanille. I do really like this, but I found a dupe to this that I prefer more, which I will show you later. But I think that this is a pretty scent. I have decided that I'm not going to be getting a full bottle just because I prefer the dupe that I have. It's roses and vanilla, basically. It's kind of like that sweet jammy rose. It smells very close to Montal's Intense Cafe. This is a good perfume, beast mode. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you my little decant and share my thoughts on Roses Vanille, but it will not be a full bottle in my collection. All right, up next we have by Givenchy. This is L'Interdit. This is absolutely stunning, classy, sophisticated, one of my favorite perfumes. Beast mode on me. This will last forever and everybody's going to be able to smell it. I love this fragrance. Oh my gosh, it just smells amazing to me. The tuberose in here just smells like a bubblegummy tuberose. And yeah, I just find this to be one of the most enjoyable tuberose scents. If you're looking for a classy, sophisticated, grown woman, sweet smelling tuberose scent, tuberose and jasmine type of scent, then I think that you would like this. Okay, we have my baby, which is Alt Cherry Smash number 12. This is a dupe for Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I told you guys I had a sample of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I loved it, but it just didn't last on me. This one is a great alternative, and this one lasts all day. Every time I smell it, I was like, oh, that's so good. The performance on this is absolutely outstanding, and this smells like a boozy cherry pie. It's just so good, you guys. There's almond in here as well. You kind of get that touch of almond, but mostly it's like that boozy, I think it's rum that's in here, boozy like cherry pie filling. It's so enjoyable, especially right now in the winter time. It's almost like beast mode for like the first 4 hours. I mean, it's strong and everybody can smell you. I remember when I first tried this, I sprayed it on and everybody was like, whoa, it smells like cherry pie in here. It filled the house. But then after 4 hours, it kind of like settles down and it comes closer to the skin. I wouldn't say it's a skin scent, but it's just not beast mode anymore, you know? But for the first 4 hours, it's pretty beastly. When I run out of this one, I will definitely be picking up another bottle. This is a little decant. This is Roses Greedy by Mancera. I wasn't super in love with this, and I'm not really sure what to do with this decant. I might actually just give this away. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's definitely not full bottle worthy for me, and I'm just kind of tired of like the rose-centric perfumes from Mancera and Montal. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I think I just kind of went a little crazy with them. I've been trying a lot of, like, I tried Roses Musk from Montal, Intense Roses Musk, Roses Greedy, you know, lots and lots of rose perfumes lately, and I'm just kind of like, okay, Roses Vanille, Intense Cafe, they all kind of have like this same vibe to them. Has anybody know? I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed that, but they all kind of have this like same type of vibe to them, and I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of like needing a break from that. And this one doesn't smell like Intense Cafe, but it still has that like rose, almost like a harsh note in here that I find with a lot of Montal's like rosy fragrances, there's something like harsh. I find it to be in Roses Vanille and Intense Cafe, which is why I prefer the dupe over those, because it doesn't have that like harsh note. But anyway, this one's nice. It's like a more fruity type of version, but it's still very rose centric, but it's just not my favorite. And I will probably just give this to someone else. Okay, we have Girl of Now Forever by Elie Saab. This is absolutely stunning. I was very scared of this fragrance when I got it. I actually traded with someone for this, and I was super scared of the notes because in the opening you have lemon and then you have raspberry. Now raspberry I love. I'm a big fan of raspberry. But the lemon, I was like, that could go either way. Sometimes lemon doesn't work out with my skin, but this smells like a lemon tart dessert with raspberry drizzle. It's super, super fun. It's super sweet and playful and just very springtime to me. Just one of the perfumes I'm super excited to pull out and wear, and this is Beast Mode on me. And I did not realize when I first got this, I think the first time I talked about this perfume in a haul, I said that it was a moderate performing perfume, but then I went back and I tested it again and I was like, holy crap, this is Beast Mode. I just don't think I had given it enough time I didn't notice how Beast Mode it was. But the second time I wore it, I actually fell asleep, and when I woke up, I was still in my clothes, and it was like hours and hours later. I mean, I had worn it all day, and then I slept through the night. I just kind of like fell asleep on the couch, slept through the night, woke up, still had my clothes on from the day, and I could still smell this going strong, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Beast Mode. So yeah, very long-lasting perfume, great for springtime. I also have a decant of Velvet Vanilla by Tom Ford. This is absolutely beautiful, and yeah, you guys, this is a great wintertime scent. I thought I was going to get a full bottle of this because I really do like it. However, I'm realizing that this isn't something I'm reaching for a ton. Even though I like it, it's not something that I feel like is what I am constantly like craving and wanting to wear. To me, Velvet Orchid smells more like a formal perfume. This is what I would pick to wear if I was going to like a formal black tie event, especially in the winter time, like something really super classy, elegant, fancy. But the truth is that in my life, I don't have a lot of those types of occasions. I'm not constantly going to black tie events. I'm just not a super fancy person. I don't have a lot of super fancy things. I have more just kind of like every day. My husband and I are very like beach life people, you know, and you're not going to wear Tom Ford Velvet Orchid to the beach. We're all about the salt life here, and I just don't know. I haven't reached for this one a ton since I got it, even though I really do enjoy it. So I will keep you posted on this one. I'm not sure if I actually will get a full bottle of it. Up next we have by Montal. This is Chocolate Greedy. This is beautiful. This is yummy, delicious cacao, chocolatey goodness in a bottle. Super great for winter. Amazing sillage, super enjoyable to wear. If you want to smell like chocolate cereal or Nesquik, just powdery, yummy, good chocolate. This is like a milk chocolate to me. It's not like a dark chocolate. This is milk chocolate, powdery Nesquik in a bottle. It's so cozy. It's great for like winter days when you want to just cuddle up, and to me, like reading a good book on a cold, rainy day, wearing this with like a big sweater just sounds absolutely fantastic. If you are a gourmand lover, if you like chocolate, I think you would love this. Up next, I have La Belle. This is by Jean Paul Gaultier, and I am so excited, you guys, because I almost decluttered this because I didn't think the performance was very good. I pulled it back out in cold weather months and found out that this performs so much better when it's cold outside than it does in the heat. So when I had tested this out, it was summertime in South Carolina, which is very hot and very humid, and I couldn't understand why it just was not performing. It was not projecting. And then I tried it again when it was colder, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It actually performed. It was this beautiful little scent bubble around me. I love the way this smells. This is so gorgeous. This is like a cooking boozy pear. I feel like would be in a cobbler or a pie. It's like a dessert pear. It's not like a fresh pear that you like bite into. This is more like a cooked pear. There's no boozy notes in here, but for some reason it kind of reminds me of like a boozy type of situation, which you guys know I love boozy pie scents. And this bottle is to die for, plus I really love the juice. Up next, this is very new to my collection. This is by Zadig and Voltaire, and this is Her. I told you guys before that I resisted buying this because of the bottle. I don't like the bottle for some reason, but the juice inside is fantastic. This is such a fun gourmand. It's kind of spicy in the opening because it has pink pepper and jasmine, and then after that you get like whipped cream and you get some chestnut, which is super fun. So there's this creamy, yummy whipped cream and nutty vibe going on, and then the base is sandalwood, and I love sandalwood, so you really get like the whole experience with this perfume. It really takes you through all of those stages, and you can smell a lot of the notes that are in here, and I just think that's super fun and super enjoyable. It is definitely a good performing perfume. I have no complaints, and I think this is a great wintertime perfume. All right, I have another Elie Saab. This is Girl of Now Shine. This is my favorite Girl of Now flanker. I really love this because I love pineapple. This has pineapple and ylang ylang. So it still has all the same notes, I think, as the original Girl of Now. It's very almondy, very like pistachio, nutty, gourmand type of fragrance, but that added pineapple in here, you guys, in the opening really does it for me. I'm a big pineapple fan. This is beautiful. Very girly, very sweet. If you want to smell like tropical almond, pistachio, gourmand, sweet goodness, I would highly recommend this perfume. It's super enjoyable to wear. All right, and then we have by Mancera. This is Velvet Vanilla. I've talked about this so much. You guys know I absolutely love this. This is tuberose, bubblegum, tuberose, and vanilla. This smells like bubblegummy tuberose and like vanilla cupcakes to me. There are some floral notes in here, so this isn't just like a straight up gourmand. It does smell a little bit on the floral side. Amazing performance. That's why I love this one for wintertime, because it can cut through the cold. Definitely has a very good sillage and lasts all day long. This is Angel Muse by Mugler. This is the Eau de Toilette version. I love this fragrance. I told you guys this fragrance is weird. I thought it was the strangest thing I ever smelled when I first smelled it, and I didn't even know if I liked it or not, but now I love it. I can't stop smelling it. It's so interesting and fun to me. It opens up with a giant blast of passion fruit, and then you've got hazelnut. The hazelnut is what does it for me, I think. When it starts to dry down, you get this like yummy Nutella vibe. Oh my gosh, who doesn't love Nutella? Seriously, have you ever met someone who didn't like Nutella? I don't know why I'm so addicted to this scent. I could smell it for days. But this was not a love at first sniff. It really had to grow on me, but once it did, now I love it. This is a strong fragrance, so even though it's an EDT, I still would not wear this in the summertime. This would just be too much. Fall and winter is when I think that this is going to really shine. Up next, we have my baby. I've talked about this one a ton. I will be brief. This is by KILIAN. This is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. This is a jammy rose. This is spicy in the opening because you have obviously pink pepper and you also have saffron. It has kind of like a Middle Eastern type of vibe touch to it. This is one of my favorite perfumes in my collection. I fell super hard for this. This was another one of those situations where I didn't know if I really loved it when I first tried it. But then the more I smelled it, the more I fell in love with it. And then when I fell in love with it, I fell in love with it hard. This is a great wintertime perfume. There's sandalwood and patchouli in the base. Obviously, there's rose. And like I said, this is a very jammy, sweet, almost like a candied rose to me. And I think it's so fantastic. I spray it in the morning and I am good to go for the entire day. I can smell it on me until that night when I shower. The other KILIAN I have is Vanilla 28. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, such a good vanilla. Now this one, the performance is not as good as Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I do feel like this is just kind of a moderate performing perfume, but I don't think it's a bad performing perfume. I still can smell it all day. It's a nice little scent bubble around me. It's not at all beast mode, but it's definitely satisfactory for me for sure. This is brown sugar. This is vanilla. This is patchouli. I love that there's patchouli in here, you guys, because I love patchouli. I'm a sucker for patchouli. I really am. I really enjoy this perfume. You can mix this with literally anything and it's gonna work. Okay, up next we have a perfume that I can't get rid of for nostalgic purposes. So this is by Coach. This is Coach Poppy. This is probably my third bottle of this because there was a time when this is all I wore. This was my signature scent probably about 7 years ago, way before I ever got really into fragrances. This is the only perfume I owned. I can't get rid of it because this is the perfume that I was wearing when I met my husband. And then when we got married, this is the perfume I wore on our wedding day. It's got lychee, strawberry, mandarin orange in the opening. There's rose, jasmine, there's gardenia, tuberose. So it's like a fruity floral basically. This smells kind of like your typical scent that you would smell at like a department store. It kind of smells like the perfume counter at a department store. And it's not my absolute favorite. It just doesn't wow me. I don't know what my obsession was about this perfume. There was a time in my life where I thought this was literally the best thing I'd ever smelled. I wore it every single day. I don't wear it at all anymore. This is a very old bottle. It's so nostalgic to me though, and I just can't get rid of it. This is my decant of Elie Saab. This is Girl of Now. This is the original. I am almost completely done with my decant, and I really was considering getting a full bottle, but now that I have Shine, I've decided not to. Up next we have by Parfum de Marly. This is Delina exclusive. So gorgeous. This would be my wedding day scent, guys. And then the bottle is just beautiful, feminine. The bottle represents the fragrance. This is very creamy. This is very vanilla, rosy. One of the comments in one of my videos, somebody said that this smelled like rose baby powder to them, which really made me laugh. But honestly, I can see what they're saying. I kind of get it. It is powdery, I'm not gonna lie. But I really like that. I really love, oh my gosh, I love this perfume. This was one of those perfumes that just took my breath away the first time I smelled it. The first word that came to mind was exquisite. I love this. This is definitely the Parfum de Marly Delina for me. If you like rosy, creamy, vanilla scents, I think you would really like this. Beautiful. Real quick, I have another decant here. This is my Menthol Intense Cafe. Just like Rose's Vanille, I'm not going to be getting a full bottle of this. I really have tested this out quite a bit, and there's just something, I really love it, but yeah, I found a better alternative, and that is by Zara, and this is Rose Gourmand. This is incredibly affordable. You get so much product in here. It was less than $30, and I actually prefer this over Intense Cafe and Rose's Vanille. This is my favorite version of that scent profile. Jammy, rose. It's so good. I love this one. This is a beast of a performer as well. I sprayed this on my shirt, washed it, got it out of the dryer, and it still smelled like this. I had to wash it twice before I could get the scent out of my shirt. So definitely a performer, definitely a beast, beautiful. My husband really likes this one. It's just a very sweet, rosy perfume. It smells just like Rose's Vanille and Intense Cafe. So if you like those fragrances and you want an affordable and, in my opinion, a smoother alternative, definitely try out Rose Gourmand for sure. All right, another favorite salty, vanilla, beachy vibe, salted skin, sun-kissed skin type of perfume is by Paco Rabanne, and this is Olympia. You guys, I love this so much for the beach. Not just for the beach, like beach living, you know what I mean? Not actually physically going to the beach all the time, but just like salt life, you know what I mean? Like if you live on a coast, if you live by an ocean, you know what I mean? It's kind of a way of life. Oh, this just reminds me of the ocean air. It reminds me of salty, sun-kissed skin. This is absolutely exquisite. One of my favorite summertime fragrances. I cannot wait to rock this in the summer. Up next we have by Lancome. This is my La Nuit Trésor. I just love this bottle. Look how cute that is. This is a very fruity fragrance, but it's not your typical fruity fragrance. This is very dark. The base is just dark, but the opening, you've got pear, tangerine, and then in the middle you've got some strawberry. That's actually what I smell the most. The first thing I smell in this perfume is strawberry. It just really shines in this perfume for me. There's a ton of notes in the base. There's like praline, coffee, licorice, and then there's patchouli. And we all know how I feel about licorice and patchouli, right? So I think that's such a great base. Such a great base. There's caramel in here. Oh my gosh, there's so many good, yummy, delicious notes in here. It just smells like a sweet, fruity scent, but it also has this deep, dark, sexy base as well. And I love that combination. This is like a sweet, fruity, very grown-up, sexy version of a fruity floral. Great performance. This is beast mode. I would say this is beast mode. I definitely have a very big sillage around me and it lasts all day. Another intoxicating and amazing perfume for date night that has patchouli and licorice in the base is by Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is Scandal. I talk about this one a lot. This is my favorite date night scent, really only for the fall and winter. I really can't wear this when it's too hot. This is a polarizing scent. I think people either love or hate this. This one gets a lot of hate. People just say it's like a straight up honey bomb, which it is. It is a honey bomb for sure. The honey is very strong. There's honey in the opening and then there's beeswax in the base. So very strong on the honey, but I think there's a lot more to this perfume than just honey. There's orange blossom, there's jasmine, there's mandarin orange I think in the opening, blood orange in the opening. I love that. And then there's caramel, and then the base has that sexy, sexy patchouli and licorice combination that I absolutely love. This was a love at first sniff. I didn't even have to warm up to this perfume. I just instantly fell in love. This is a bold personality. This is a beast mode perfume. Very loud, very projecting. You definitely have to be like in that sexy, seductive, confident, bold kind of mood in order to really wear this, because if you don't feel that way and you wear it, then you might feel a little like self-conscious, maybe, you know what I mean, like, oh my gosh, everybody can smell me type of situation, because everybody's going to have an opinion about this. When you walk into a room, but this walked in before you, everybody is going to have some sort of thought over this fragrance, no matter how briefly it is. They're going to decide whether or not they like or dislike the scent. This is Lola Land by Lolita Lempica. Oh my gosh, you guys, I fell in love with this. The opening has Bellini, so it kind of gives it a little bit of like a boozy type of quality. So Bellini, I believe there's orange, there's some lemon in the opening, and then there's black currant, there's some plum and peach in the middle. This is one of those fragrances that I feel like can be so open to interpretation because there are so many notes, and you just never know what your nose is going to pick up above other people. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just going to pick up something a little bit different from this perfume. But you definitely have to like sweet perfumes. Some people say that they can really smell the peach. Like I had one woman tell me that she thought this smelled like peach pancakes. It doesn't smell like peach pancakes to me. I really can't make out too much of that peach note, but there is licorice in here, you guys, and that base, there's licorice in the base. It's just so good. And I don't know why, but for some reason with the Bellini and the licorice, somehow, some way, this kind of translates to me as root beer. I think of root beer whenever I smell this, which is so funny, but it's just a combination of all the different notes in here, and it's just what my nose is picking up. I did look on Fragrantica to see if anyone else got root beer, and I did see other people say they got root beer. So hey, I'm not totally crazy. Other people do smell root beer in here. Great performance. Not a beast mode, but definitely a good performer. If you like sweet, sexy gourmands that possibly smell like peach pancakes or root beer floats, then I highly recommend this one. Up next we have by Yves Saint Laurent. This is Mon Perry. So this is just such a fun, sweet, girly, fruity floral. This is a really good performing perfume. This has patchouli in the base, so it's not just a overly sweet, fruity floral. I think that this is just kind of a fun, sweet, crowd-pleasing, man-eating perfume. I'm not in the mood for this in winter months. Colder, fall. This is very much like a summertime, springtime type of perfume. It's just very bright in the opening. It's got a lot of fruits. It's got strawberry, pear, raspberry, there's tangerine, orange, bergamot, and then there's also a lot of florals. This really is one of the best performing perfumes for a fruity floral that I've ever tried. It will last all day. It's such a pleasant little scent bubble, and if you're into like sweet fruity florals with a little bit of patchouli, I think you would really like this one. Okay, we have another one of my babies here. This is by Giorgio Armani. This is My Way. I am in love with this. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel, how much I love this fragrance. This is such a beautiful tuberose scent. This is orange blossom, tuberose, bubble gum. bubblegummy tuberose. This has a lot of vanilla and it also has some cedar in it as well. It's just one of my favorite everyday girly, crowd-pleasing type of scents ever. This would be an amazing signature scent in my opinion. I mean, this really goes for any occasion. You could wear it day, night, date night, to work. You could wear it literally anytime, anywhere. If you like tuberose, if you like that yummy bubblegum tuberose, what are you waiting for? You need to try this. This is fantastic. This is Voce Viva. This is the Intensa or Intense version. This is by Valentino. I just really love the bottle of this for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think it's the little like spikes on the lid. It's just interesting to me. Now the fragrance itself is really nice. It's very crowd pleasing. This is more of like a white floral, a little bit citrusy vanilla. And I think it's really, really beautiful. This is an easy reach for me. I don't have to think about it. Daytime reach for me. Now I did try the original and I didn't really care for it very much. I just didn't think it was super exciting. This one I find to be a lot more interesting. It is definitely more intense. Definitely not a beast mode, but I have no issues with the performance at all. I think it's just a really good, easy, grab and go, everyday type of scent. I really enjoy it. I'm a big fan of white florals and I really love vanilla. I just think it's really pretty. Okay, up next I have by Clinique. This is Clinique Happy. Yes, I know the 90s called, they want their perfume back. I cannot get rid of this, you guys, because this is so nostalgic for me. This is such a bright, uplifting fragrance. I mean, the name is Happy and they really nailed it with this. This reminds me of high school. So this was super popular for a while. I think they came out with this perfume to kind of go against that 90s teenage angsty stuff that was going on. You know, we were all like grungy and alternative. But anyway, they came out with this perfume to kind of like go against our super bad attitudes. And I remember smelling this on like every other girl for a while. This is not my typical kind of fragrance. This is a very bright fragrance. It's more like citrusy. It's got some white florals. It definitely has some like fresh, spicy, and a little bit of like green notes to it, but not over the top. Just kind of like a bright scent. It kind of reminds me of Versace Bright Crystal. Okay guys, I had to take a short break because I feel like I had been talking for forever. Okay, up next we have Kim Kardashian. I think this is just called Kim Kardashian. This is straight up white florals. That's it. That's it. It's just white florals. It smells like a garden. It's not my typical type of scent, but I actually really enjoy it because when I first moved here, I bought this perfume. I sprayed it on a very, very hot summer day, and this just seemed to go perfectly in the summertime. It's pretty heavy. It's like a heady white floral, so I didn't think it would actually work for the summer. I thought it was going to be too heavy, but instead it just seemed to like fit with the climate. It seemed to match the outside. It smells like you're outside with some summer flowers. Side note, this is almost a spot-on dupe for Gucci Bloom. So if you like Gucci Bloom, I think you'd really like this. This is way more affordable. I actually tested this out side by side. I sprayed this on my wrist. I went to Ulta, I sprayed Gucci Bloom and compared them side by side, and they were like almost identical. I really couldn't tell the difference between them. If you like white floral scents, then this is for you. Up next we have Casablanca. This is by Swiss Arabian. This is one of my favorite fall scents. This really reminds me of Halloween. It has a strong apple note, like a green apple note in the opening. It also has grapes in the opening, but mostly I get green apple. And then it has this really heavy like caramel note in the base, and the mixture together reminds me of caramel apples. It's like one of my favorite perfumes to wear around Halloween. This is a beast though. This will last forever on you, and it projects very loudly. I have two here that I'm just going to kind of talk about together. Escada Taj Sunset, which I'm almost out of. I actually am waiting to use this up for the summertime. And then this is Agua del Sol. And these two are just going to be fantastic in the summer for those days when it's just too hot to wear anything else. These are eau de toilettes. These are not very strong. They're not very long lasting, but they're both very summertime, tropical, scents. I think these are going to be fantastic for when I just can't wear anything else, because anything else is going to feel too heavy. It gets really hot and humid here, so yeah, saving these for those types of hot occasions where the humidity is just off the charts and I want to wear something, but you know, I can't wear anything heavy. Another great summertime perfume is by La Vie Belle, and this is the Soleil Crystal. I really enjoy this one. This is kind of like, it doesn't smell like Mon Perry, but it has that same long-lasting effect. I think Mon Perry and this one are probably the longest lasting, best performing summertime perfumes I have ever tried. I know sometimes summertime perfumes don't last very long, but this one is eternal on me. This is coconut. It's such a fun, playful, summertime, coconutty, sweet, girly scent. I really enjoy this one in the summer. You have to be a fan of coconut though, because the coconut is pretty strong in here. But if you like coconut tropical kind of scents and you want like a tropical twist on La Vie Belle, then this is for you. I do enjoy this one quite a bit. The other La Vie Belle that I have is the Intense Mint. So this is not really the intense version, I guess. I guess there's like another flanker that's the actual intense version, and this is called Intense Mint. There are a lot of flankers of La Vie Belle, okay? It's kind of hard to keep up. This is raspberry. It is so playful. This reminds me of the fragrance that I would wear if I was going out for like a girls' night. If I was just gonna go out for some drinks with my friends and have a girls' night, a real like fun, casual, not serious at all, super playful, flirtatious type of perfume. This is what I think of because this is so sweet, it's so feminine, it's a lot of fun. I really like raspberry in my perfumes, and this has like a strong raspberry opening. I don't think this is as beast mode as the original La Vie Belle, but this is definitely a good performer. I really like the color of the juice. This is by Viktor and Rolf, and this is Bonbon. I still love this. This is one of my first perfumes I think I got in the beginning of 2021 when I really started getting into perfumes. This is definitely a sweet gourmand, as the name suggests. It's called Bonbon. I really like it though because it has a peach note, and that peach note just really does it for me. This is peach and caramel, and this will give you a toothache because it's sweet, but I love it. I still love it. So playful, so fun, very, very sweet. So it might be too much for some people. If you are not into sweet scents, you are not going to like this. But if you like caramel scents, if you like peach, I think you would like this a lot. This is just such a cozy curl up and watch a good movie. My husband likes this scent on me because, you know, guys, they like sweet scents. I think it's beautiful, very, very feminine and sweet. I also have by Viktor and Rolf, I have Flower Bomb Nectar. I am obsessed with this perfume, you guys. This one is super fun. I think of fun whenever I think of this perfume because it is very sweet, but it has patchouli in the base, so I feel like it helps to like round it out and make it not so sweet. But the opening, it has gunpowder. I'm sorry, that is the funnest thing ever. I've never heard of a perfume that had gunpowder in it, and I had to try it. It was love at first sniff. I went to Sephora to smell this, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like, oh, I'm buying a bottle of that. It is super sweet, super feminine, but then it has gunpowder, which I don't think you get any more badass than that. You know what I mean? Like, how many people can say that they're wearing a perfume with gunpowder in it? That's pretty badass. You know, like, kind of makes me feel like a rocker chick or something, you know? Like, yeah. Come at me, bro. This is one of my favorites. I really enjoy this, but you have to like sweet scents. This is overly sweet. Like, this is sweetness overload. If you don't like super sweet scents, you are not going to like this, but I can't get enough of it. It is a beast of a performer as well. This is a very strong perfume. It definitely is a beast mode on me. Another one of my favorite gourmands in my collection is by Jessica Simpson, and this is Fancy. This is very sweet. This is caramel, vanilla. There's some red berries in the opening. Still one of my favorite perfumes, you guys. This is still so good to me. The vanilla and the caramel comes out very strongly. There is some floral notes in here too. Like, there's red berries in the opening. I think there's gardenia in the middle, and then there's like vanilla and a lot of caramel. For me, the vanilla and the caramel comes out super strong on my skin, which is why I love this so much, because to me, this smells like a vanilla caramel cake. It's not the best performing perfume I've ever tried in my life, but it is moderate. It's not terrible. And there is a big blast of alcohol in the opening though. Let me clarify that. Like in the opening, as soon as you spray it, you do get a lot of alcohol with this perfume, but that quickly goes away. And so I can handle it because it's such an affordable fragrance that I don't get too worked up about it. Next up, we have Valentino Donna Born in Roma. I love this fragrance. This is a very feminine, woody vanilla scent. It's fantastic, you guys. I mean, the juice, it's like this pink juice that really just kind of matches the scent. But this is a fragrance that I took with me to a trip with my husband to Florida. We went on vacation, we went to Florida, and I took this with me and wore it every single day that I was on vacation. This has strong memories of that time with my husband. It was such an amazing trip. We had such a good time, and I will forever associate it with this perfume. So this perfume will never leave my collection. I will always have a bottle as long as it's still available. I will always have a bottle of it in my collection. This would be a great signature scent. I feel like this is one of those perfumes, kind of like My Way. I mean, they don't smell the same at all, but it still is one of those everyday appropriate, any kind of occasion, would perform well in the summer and winter type of situations. Just a great signature, girly, feminine, beautiful, woody, vanilla. The performance is really good, not beast, but definitely no issues with it, and I just really enjoyed this one. Up next, we have Carolina Herrera, and this is Very Good Girl. This is my favorite Good Girl flanker, which is kind of a polarizing opinion. I feel like people either loved or hated this flanker. For me, I love it. This is red currant, lychee, there's rose, it's creamy, it's got vanilla. Some people said this was like a Delina dupe, which I don't at all agree with because I love this and I didn't like Delina. I think this would make such a beautiful like summertime date night scent, or a really pretty like springtime scent. I am obsessed with this red stiletto. It's so beautiful. And yeah, I really like this one. Okay, and then we have Marc Jacobs Daisy. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is the OG original. I told you guys before, this is the first perfume I ever noticed that gave me a positive emotion and just really boosted and lifted my mood. This is like an antidepressant for me. Still to this day, you guys. I've tried so many perfumes since I've got this, and still to this day, when I smell this, it just like instantly lifts me up. I don't know what it is about this. I really don't. I have no idea. It's just so good. I will always have a bottle of this in my collection. It just makes me feel good. It's an EDT, so it's definitely not a beast mode, but I've never had issues with performance on this. And then I also have the Marc Jacobs Daisy, the Oh So Intense. This is the Eau de Parfum. I actually had this in a declutter video. I was really thinking about decluttering it, and I actually did put it on Macari for like an hour. And then I took it off because I regretted, I felt like I wanted it, you know? The reason why I was going to declutter it is because I like the original. I mean, the original is just my baby. And this one, I really like this one too, but I felt like I was just reaching for the original over this one every single time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to declutter it. Then I went back and I wore it again. This is really quite different from the original because there's a big strawberry note in the opening. It also has moss in the base, and I think that makes it more interesting. I will definitely say that out of the two of these, this is definitely a more interesting and kind of unique perfume. This is definitely not unique. This is just your typical fruity floral scent, but it has such a strong scent association with this that I just can't ever stop loving it. This one is definitely the more interesting version, so if you're kind of thinking about the two, I would say go with this one. And then I also have by Marc Jacobs, this is the Perfect Intense. I just got this little travel size because I wanted to test it out. I fell in love with this, you guys. This is beautiful. I feel like Marc Jacobs has kind of like a love or hate group, you know what I mean? Like people either hate Marc Jacobs fragrances or they love Marc Jacobs fragrances, and I tend to be one that loves. I don't love all of his fragrances, but for the most part I am kind of a fan. I'm not sure why I get salty notes from this. There's nothing salty in this perfume, but to me this smells like salted almonds. Salted almonds baking with some floral notes. It's just a very pleasant, uplifting scent. This has the same effect on me as the original Marc Jacobs Daisy. It's a mood booster for me. This is not a safe blind buy. There are so many people that have negative things to say about this perfume. I don't think that everybody loves the opening of this. I've heard a lot of different interpretations of this scent. People just pick up different notes in here and it just kind of translates a little differently for everyone. This isn't really a scent I'm in the mood for right now. I feel like this is going to be better for like spring. Once I go through this travel size, I will be picking up a full bottle because I really do enjoy it. It just smells like salty baked almonds. And that is it, you guys. That is my entire perfume collection. I cannot wait to see how much this grows, how much this changes. My taste changed so much and I cannot wait to see how much they change in 2022. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Bye!